want y'all to see what I'm dealing with right now. Jay Pendergrass has his weapon unstrapped with his hand on it, and his supervisor here, which is SC Crooks, is telling him that that's totally legal.
SC Crooks, the supervisor on the scene, allows his fellow officer Jay Pendergrass to unstrap his weapon and rest his hand there as they conduct their investigation on this auditor. With multiple officers around, they deem the auditor a threat. Supervisor SC Crooks is saying the people they've sworn to protect is now a threat. With these guys, it's like playing with a double-edged sword. The auditor asks if he can unstrap his weapon as well, and the officer advises otherwise. Even though they acknowledge no law has been broken, the supervisor still believes his officers isn't a threat to the law-abiding citizen. This is wild. Leave your thoughts down below as we continue.
I want y'all to see what I'm dealing with right now. Jay Pendergrass has his weapon unstrapped with his hand on it, and his supervisor here, which is SC Crooks, is telling him that that's totally legal. Now watch this. Can I unstrap my gun and touch it? No. I can't. So why is he doing it then?
Because if you do that, we'll start considering this as a threat.
So that's not a threat to me?
No, sir.
I haven't broken the law.
Okay? He's ran outside of caution.
But that's not a threat to me.
As police officers who ran outside of caution.
Y'all work for me, and that's not a threat to me? Yes, you do. You work for the public. You're a public servant.
Police department.
Which is a public servant. You're a public servant. Tax dollars pay you.
Here's the deal.
No, there's no deal. This
We are
is
not
public
going
property.
to.
I'm
We are
not
not
talking
going
to
to
you.
move forward.
This is public. Show me an affidavit with my name on it.
Saying,
well, then I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you. This is public property. You can't make me leave here. Yeah, I do.
Talk to your attorney.
Why?
Why? You said
I just want you to make the wrong move so you can lose your job and lose this lawsuit.
That's what I thought.
Make the wrong move, please.
That's what
Make the wrong move.
You're just
make the wrong move.
us in a altercation.
I didn't come to you. I didn't come to you. You came to me.
That's right, because you're an armed individual on the property of the Charlotte Police Department.
Is open carry illegal in North Carolina?
It is.
So what's the problem?
Until you're not allowed to be carried on certain
Can you prove I'm not allowed?
Yeah. How? Because this is the property of the Charlotte Police Department.
But is it public? That's all I want to know. Is it public?
No. This is the city of Charlotte.
This is not open to the public at all. Nowhere on here is open to the public.
I'm not going to keep engaging you in this conversation.
I just want to answer my question.
Huh?
Is this open to the public right here? If somebody has to come in there and file a complaint or get public records, tell them where they park it.
As this auditor was filming in public, he's approached by an officer it appears he had a recent encounter with. A key point the officer says is, "Do you think this will help your cause?" almost as if his pending case with them will be most likely a kangaroo court, where they act as if they hold up the law, but it's quite the opposite. This officer tells the auditor it's illegal to be recording him. In addition, it's a crime if he's capturing anyone's voice on video without telling them. This is a shame. He states him recording in public has nothing to do with freedom of the press. This officer assumes he knows the First Amendment, denies the auditor's rights, and proceeds to threaten him. How do you feel about this interaction? Let's continue.
Are you recording me, Victor?
Yes.
It's a crime if you don't declare that. I want you to know. So if you're capturing anybody's voice here at all and you don't tell them you're recording them, it's a crime.
So what about freedom of the press? First Amendment?
That has nothing to do with freedom of the press. You're capturing people's voice. And if you don't, and they're not consenting to it, and you don't tell them about it, it's a crime, okay?
Okay, but the First
thank
Amendment...
you. All right.
Do you know the
First Amendment can say, you can say what you want to say, but it doesn't mean you have the right to capture other people's voices.
But there's 5 points to the First Amendment.
I understand them all.
Freedom,
now,
do you?
Let's go on to another thing, okay?
Uh-huh.
Remember the interview you had with us?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you think this helps your cause?
I'm just out here exercising Constitution. You took an oath to uphold the Constitution, didn't you?
It's not the conversation we're having today. Not the conversation.
Did you not take an oath?
I'm trying to help you understand. Do you think this helps your cause?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay, there you go.
Did you not take an oath to uphold the Constitution?
Any questions?
Okay. What's your name and DPSST? Isn't that your policy? Sir? He told me that it was a crime to record in public. He told me, like, if you could hear things audibly, recording it, because there's a crime, then it's a crime. And I was like, dude, like, this is the First Amendment, freedom of the press, you know, the 5 points of the First Amendment, right?
Anything that you can see or hear in a public space
right.
where there's not an obvious expectation of privacy, you're fully allowed to record.
Do you have to present identification in order to be in a police department's lobby? Generally, you don't have to present identification just to be in a police department's lobby. Public areas, including the lobby of a police department, are typically open to everyone, and the right to access public facilities is protected. However, if you're there for a specific purpose like filing a report, requesting records, or meeting someone, officers may ask for identification to verify your identity for those actions. The presence of this police station seems communistic. It's dark and filled with aggressive cops who make up their own laws. Officer 117 seems very confident that requiring people to show identification upon entry is legal. The rest of his officers do as well. As the auditor states he doesn't want to do that and tries to leave, Officer 117 comes in the front of him to finish demanding identification. 117 then tries to seem calm, saying he has no problem with them recording, he just wants identification. Once the auditor asks him his name and badge number, the officer says, "Are you kidding me?" and tells him to step off the property as it's his policy to identify. Let's continue.
Just taking pictures of the public lobby.
Okay. You have an ID on you? We ID everybody that comes in this building.
You ID everybody that comes in this
Every
building?
single person that comes in this building, we ID you. So you have an ID on you?
Am I being detained?
You're not being detained.
Okay, then I'm leaving.
It's our policy that we ID every person in this building. So
Oh,
if you
then
can
I'm-
leave, that's fine.
I'm leaving.
It's kind of, Sir,
Hey, he wants our ID.
Hey, you're gonna hang out here and do this. You need to give us your IDs. 'Cause
Is
we
this a
need to
public?
ID.
Is this a public
We
lobby?
need to ID everyone that comes in this first place. I don't want to cause.
I
any
understand.
issues.
No, I'm not
So
trying to
I
cause-
have no problems with it. You can record me all you want, but we ID everyone that comes in this building. So do you have your ID on? I'm letting you do your thing. Let me do what's my policy.
No, I'm
You hear
leaving.
me?
I thought this was a public lobby, so
So I'm trying to explain to him that we ID everyone in this building. And now
in the lobby.
Is this where we would get information about the museum too?
this,
Museum portion?
I can give you all that information.
You can't come in and take pictures without being ID in the lobby.
You don't have your
No,
ID?
you can come in. You can come in, but we do have the right to ask you for identification.
Okay, but we have the right to privacy as well. So I mean, I've never heard of coming to a public.
Once
Police.
you leave your house, that expectations, it's not the same.
That's not how it works. Actually, this is America. And-
I'm aware of where we're at, sir.
Well, privacy is my privacy to keep my ID.
Sir, if you're gonna come into our building, it's our right to have your ID. We ID every single person that steps in our property. You understand? It's common sense. Use common sense.
That doesn't
You're
make any
recording.
sense.
So are
Listen,
you
I'm not gonna
upset?
argue with you.
No,
Are you
I'm
upset?
gonna leave, but it's just weird because we do this all the time, and I have never been to a police department where we're required ID to come in.
Okay. Well, use.
Okay.
So,
use.
what's
it's-
your name
it's
and badge
off-
number?
it's officer- Are you kidding me right now? You're not gonna give me your ID and you want mine?
Well,
All right, you're good, sir. Come on.
Sir?
You can step off the property. If you're not gonna give me ID, step off. I know what you're trying to do.
I'll step off the property, but
Thank
it's
you.
your
Thank
policy
you.
to identify yourself.
That's
sir.
right. So is yours.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
right.
It's not my policy to identify myself. I don't have policies.
Have a good day, sir.
You're very unprofessional, and this will be on YouTube.
Thank you for watching. If you would like these videos to circulate more to educate more people, please like the video, which helps with the algorithm. You can also help educate in the comments down below. Until next time.